Are you waking up at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, and wondering why your body just won't let you sleep? Do you feel that energy you used to have has quietly slipped away? The drive, the strength, the sharpness, all of it fading? And what if I told you that one single vitamin, taken at the right time before bed, could start reversing all of that? Gentlemen, what you're about to hear is something most doctors never tell their patients. There is a vitamin, one that most men over 50 are severely deficient in, that directly controls both your testosterone levels and the quality of your deep sleep. And the timing of when you take it, that changes everything. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who thought their best days were behind them, men who were exhausted, had low drive, couldn't sleep, and assumed it was just aging. It wasn't. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Before we dive in, hit that like button and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I read every single one, and knowing where you're tuning in from genuinely means a lot to me. Now, let's talk about what's really happening inside your body after 50, because understanding this is what separates the men who restore their vitality from the men who just accept decline. Here's something most men don't realize. Testosterone and sleep are locked in a deeply intimate relationship. They feed each other. About 70% of your daily testosterone is produced while you sleep, specifically during the deep, slow wave stages of sleep. So when your sleep quality drops, your testosterone drops with it. And when your testosterone drops, your sleep quality gets worse. It becomes a vicious cycle that tightens its grip year after year. And the numbers are staggering. After 40, men lose roughly 1 to 2% of their testosterone every single year. By the time you're 55 or 60, you could be operating at half the testosterone levels you had at 30. Half. That's not a minor dip. That's the difference between feeling vital and feeling like you're running on empty. But here's what makes it even worse. Most men blame themselves. They think they're lazy or that this is just what getting older looks like. They push harder at the gym and get nowhere. They drink more coffee to fight the fatigue. They lie awake at night wondering what happened to the man they used to be. And the whole time, nobody tells them that their body may simply be missing one critical nutrient that acts as the master switch for both testosterone production and restorative sleep. That nutrient is vitamin D3, and when combined with the right cofactors and taken at the right time of night, it can begin shifting both your hormonal profile and your sleep architecture within weeks. Let's start with the biology, because once you understand how this works, you'll never look at vitamin D the same way again. Your testes contain something called Leydig cells. These are the specialized cells responsible for producing testosterone. Inside those Leydig cells, there are vitamin D receptors. Think of those receptors like ignition switches. When vitamin D binds to them, it signals those cells to ramp up testosterone production. Without sufficient vitamin D, those switches remain off. The engine doesn't start. And study after study has confirmed this connection. Men with higher vitamin D levels consistently show significantly higher free and total testosterone levels compared to men who are deficient. But the emotional impact of this goes far deeper than a number on a lab report. When your testosterone is low, you don't just feel tired. You feel like a stranger in your own body. Men describe it as losing their edge, the confidence that used to come naturally, the motivation to take charge, the passion in their relationships. One of my patients, Robert, a 63-year-old retired firefighter, sat across from me and said, "Dr. Carter, I used to be the guy everyone leaned on. Now I can barely get off the couch." He wasn't depressed. He wasn't broken. His vitamin D level was an 18, critically deficient. Within 3 months of a targeted protocol, Robert told me he felt like himself again for the first time in years. So practically speaking, here's what this means for you. You want to target a vitamin D3 supplement between 5,000 and 10,000 IU daily, not the tiny 400 or 600 IU you'll find in a standard multivitamin. That dose was designed to prevent rickets, not to support the hormonal demands of an adult male over 50. Always choose D3, not D2. D3 is the biologically active form your body actually uses. And here's the critical piece most people miss. Take it with your largest meal of the day. because vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. It needs dietary fat to be properly absorbed. Without fat, up to 30% of what you take simply passes right through you. Now, number 4 is the one most men get completely wrong, and it's the reason their vitamin D supplementation never seems to move the needle. Vitamin D does not work alone. It has a partner, magnesium, and without it, your body cannot convert vitamin D into its active hormonal form. Magnesium acts like the key in the ignition. Vitamin D is the fuel. But if you don't have the key, it doesn't matter how much fuel you have, the engine won't turn over. And here's the troubling reality. Over 60% of American men are deficient in magnesium. Processed foods have stripped it from our diet. Stress depletes it. Even strenuous exercise burns through it. Emotionally, magnesium deficiency looks like anxiety that you can't explain. It looks like that restless, wired, but tired feeling at night where your mind won't shut off even though your body is exhausted. It looks like muscle cramps waking you at 2 a.m. Sound familiar? I hear this from men in my practice constantly. And when we address both vitamin D and magnesium together, the change is often dramatic. Practically, you want 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate taken at night, specifically at night about an hour before bed. Magnesium glycinate is the preferred form because it's highly bioavailable and gentle on the stomach. It directly activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system responsible for rest and recovery. It lowers cortisol, it relaxes muscle tension, and it creates the neurological conditions necessary for deep, restorative sleep. When you sleep more deeply, your Leydig cells have the environment they need to produce testosterone efficiently. This is how the cycle starts turning in your favor instead of against you. Another patient of mine, Marcus, 58, a high school football coach, came to me not because of testosterone concerns, but because he hadn't slept more than 4 hours straight in 2 years. He was surviving on caffeine and willpower. His testosterone was in the basement. His cortisol was through the roof. I put him on vitamin D3 in the morning with breakfast and magnesium glycinate 45 minutes before bed. 6 weeks later, he called my office and said the 4 words I love hearing most: I slept through the night. Now let's talk about the timing piece more specifically, because this is where the science gets genuinely fascinating. Your body operates on a roughly 24-hour hormonal cycle called your circadian rhythm. Testosterone production surges in the early morning hours, typically between 4 and 8 a.m., and that surge is directly tied to the quality of sleep you had in the hours before. So what you take before bed is setting up the hormonal environment for that early morning testosterone pulse. Magnesium glycinate before bed supports the deep sleep architecture, specifically the slow-wave sleep phases, during which your pituitary gland releases luteinizing hormone, which then signals your testes to produce testosterone. By combining nighttime magnesium with daytime vitamin D3, you're essentially priming both ends of the hormonal cycle. You're loading the gun during the day and pulling the trigger at night. Quick pause before we continue. If this is resonating with you, if you're recognizing yourself in any of this, I want you to know you are not alone, and more importantly, you are not too far gone. The men I've seen make the most remarkable recoveries are often the ones who waited the longest, because once the body gets what it needs, it responds. Now, let's talk about one more crucial piece of this puzzle: vitamin K2. Think of D3, magnesium, and K2 as a team. Vitamin D3 increases calcium absorption. K2 acts like a traffic director, ensuring that calcium goes into your bones and teeth where it belongs, and not into your arteries or soft tissue where it can cause problems. For men over 50 who are supplementing with higher doses of D3, K2 is not optional. It's essential for safety and effectiveness. You want 100 to 200 micrograms of K2 in the MK7 form, taken alongside your D3 with food. Together, D3 with K2 in the morning with your fattiest meal, and magnesium glycinate in the evening before bed. You have a complete nighttime testosterone and sleep protocol that addresses the root biology rather than masking the symptoms. Here's your simple action plan. Step 1. Get your vitamin D level tested. Ask your doctor for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. optimal range for testosterone support is between 60 and 80 nanograms per milliliter. Most efficient men are sitting at 20 or below. Step 2. Start vitamin D3 with K2. Take 5,000 IU of D3 and 100 micrograms of MK7K2 every morning with breakfast that includes fat. Step 3. Add magnesium glycinate. 300 to 400 milligrams, 45 to 60 minutes before bed every night. That's it. 3 steps. No prescriptions, no extreme lifestyle overhauls. Just giving your body the nutrients it has been waiting for. If you've been frustrated, if you've been lying awake wondering why your body isn't cooperating, why the drive isn't there the way it used to be, why recovery takes so much longer than it once did, I need you to hear this. You are not broken. You are not just getting old. Your body is a remarkably sophisticated system, and what it needs right now is not punishment or resignation. It needs support. It needs the raw materials to do what it was designed to do. Even after 60, your body retains the biological capacity for strength, vitality, and deep restorative sleep. The hormonal machinery is still there. We're simply giving it the fuel it's been missing. This is not about turning back the clock. It's about reclaiming what was always yours. If this video gave you something valuable today, please like it. It genuinely helps this information reach other men who need it. Drop a comment below telling me, have you ever had your vitamin D level tested? And what was your number? I want to know. Share this with a man in your life who's been struggling. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do for the people we love is pass along the right information at the right time. And subscribe for weekly videos built specifically for men who are committed to thriving after 50. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost. It's waiting to be awakened. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.